My name is Zoe Christie. I'm 20 years old from Grosedale, Michigan, and I attend Wayne State University right in the heart of Detroit, and I'm studying global supply chain management and marketing management. Receiving this scholarship means a lot to me for so many different reasons. First and foremost, one of my biggest role models is actually a Vietnam veteran. My grandfather served, and growing up, he has always been such an impactful person in my life. He's taught me strength, perseverance, grit, and most importantly, kindness. He's such a kind individual. And receiving this scholarship from an organization that means so much to him and myself is such an honor. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity not only to receive the scholarship to help me with my education, but also to be able to participate in all of the different events that you guys have and get to elaborate and talk to all the different veterans and give back, especially to people that have served and done so much for our country. One of my goals is to graduate, and once I graduate, I would love to seek higher education and get my master's, hopefully at Wayne State. In the future, I would love to be a business owner myself. I'm passionate in a lot of different fields, and entrepreneurship is always something that I've been very passionate about as well. And I would love to open up my own business one day, and that's something that I hope is in the cards for me in my future. Something that I also am really passionate about is giving back. So I would love to open up a business that has some type of philanthropy attached to it so I can give back to my community. I would like to say thank you to Stellantis, not only for this scholarship, but this opportunity as well. I'm super grateful from the bottom of my heart. It not only helps students like me financially, but it also helps us believe in our future and strive towards our goals.
My name is Layla Bohannon. I'm going to North Carolina A&T in the fall, and I'm studying animal science on a pre-veterinary track. More about myself, I just graduated from North Farmington High School in the fall. Well, not in the fall, in the spring. And I was student body president. And I say that the most important thing about myself is I care a lot about giving back to the community, as well as just raising funds for people who don't have the necessary needs to do that themselves. So as student body president, we were able to choose American Cancer Society because that's just near and dear to my heart. A lot of people in my family have recently and just in the past been diagnosed with cancer. And that just means so much to me, being able to give back to the people that didn't have the means and were in really hard times. And then giving back community service wise also matters a lot to me. I did over 130 hours of community service. And the most important ones of that for me wasn't like Capuchin Soup Kitchen and ones like that. It was closer to ones that were dear to my heart, which was where me and my sister, we would raise money and then we would go buy care bags for veterans that were in Detroit, and we would drive around on our weekends and we would pass those out to people that we knew needed the help most. So I think that's just what's most important to me, I would say, and that's a little bit about myself. Receiving the scholarship just means so much to me, and not only on the fact that it's a scholarship and it's providing so much for me for my future and just going into high school. It also matters a lot because it shows that people have enough trust to put their money towards my future. It shows that people are willing to invest in me receiving the education that I need to give back to the community. But it also means more in the sense that it's near and dear to my heart because my grandpa was a veteran in the Vietnam War. A lot of my uncles were as well, and my dad was also a veteran. So just knowing that it's coming from a place that's close to heart, it feels like I know that they can look at me and be happy that people who are like them and they see themselves in the people who are giving me the scholarship. So it means so much to me. So in the near future, my closest goals is just going to college and being able to focus on my grades, joining extracurriculars, and just doing well and not having to focus on working a job and raising money to sustain myself. Receiving the scholarships puts that money towards my tuition so I can focus more on good grades and just being well and just getting used to the environment. Since I'm going so far, I don't have to worry about trying to find a job and trying to find transportation to a job, and just it would make my experience so much harder without this money that I'm receiving. As well as in the far future, I'm becoming a vet, and it just means so much to me because my grandpa, it was really hard coming back from the Vietnam War for him, and having to hear those stories from my mom. It always wanted me to give back towards those animals that are PTSD support animals, and that's just my biggest goal when I get older. And once I become a vet, I want to give back pro bono to those animals that are helping our veterans because that's what my grandpa needed. And so many people I know go through that. So I want to do the most by giving back to service animals as well and making sure that they're okay and that people aren't worrying about paying to make sure their animal's helping them. I just want to say thank you so much to CMAC Transportation giving me this scholarship. I hope you know that you're not only just handing me money, but you're investing in my future. I plan on giving back every single dollar that I receive from any scholarship that I receive. So just know that you're not investing, you're not just handing money over and losing it. You can see how far I'm going. I'm giving back to the community. I'm speaking up for animals that don't have the voices. You're not losing your money. You're making an investment that will come back even greater to the world. So I just want to say thank you so much for seeing that in me and being willing to hand this money over to me and know that I will be pouring it back into veteran communities and animal communities and every single community that needs it as well. So it just means so much trusting your money in me. And I just want to say thank you so much, CMAC Transportation.
My name is Adriana Bohannon. I go to Michigan State University and I'm going into my junior year and my major is social work. I'm from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Both of my parents are first gen, so they really instilled on me and my sister the idea that, you should go to college and you want to make sure that you make the best life for yourself as you can. So from a young age, I already knew that I wanted to go to college. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I never really had a passion for anything when I was younger. But then once I got older, I started to see how people were treated by society in different instances. I remember one time when I was I was riding in the car, but I was riding with my family and I saw a homeless veteran on the side of the road. And my father was just like, oh, this is someone who was in the service just like me, but, he's homeless and there's not really anything, no one's really helping him. And, he put time and effort into the country, but he's not really receiving the same things. And that always just stuck with me. And then from there, I realized that, I wanted to be in a position where I could help those in need. So that's how I picked that I wanted to go into social work. As I said, my dad was a veteran, but my grandfather was as well. He fought in the Vietnam War. So just receiving something from veterans in a sense of they're giving back to me. And although I personally am not a veteran, I feel like the fact that they recognize that, what I want to do in the future is important and that I truly do support their cause and everything, it really means a lot to me. My goals for the future is to become either an adoption and foster care social worker or a pediatric social worker. And then after I'm that for a while, I want to eventually have my own agency. And I feel like this scholarship can really help me. While at first it's helping me pay for college and everything, I feel like the fact that I'm receiving the support also helps me for in the future so I can help give back to those in need as well. Because seeing that I have the support from others will help me want to become that person that can help support others, whether it's kids or veterans or anyone who's in need. And I'm just really grateful for that. I would like to say to Grupo Logico that I am just forever grateful for them because it shows that they saw something in me personally. And I'm just grateful for that as a whole. And I want to be able to just say thank you to them and thank you for believing in me. And I hope that when you see me in the future, that I have continued to live up to everything that you believed I could be.
I'm Heath Wesley Roberts. I'm a junior of my father, also Heath Roberts. I will be attending Michigan State, studying business. I have some plans to, minor in finance. I'm really open to meeting a bunch of new people. I've always been such a social person. I have lots of friends. I have a girlfriend who, I want to keep going with, build a strong relationship with. She's been there on my journey as well. It was very difficult finding where I want to go to college. I was always kind of an out of state. I want to go down south, big party schools. I decided to land on Michigan State. So, I'm very happy on my decision. I've visited over there a few times. I've already met some great people, and I'm, so thankful that I was brought into this as well. So, yeah. The scholarship really just means to me that I can just basically focus on my education so much more. I mean, having you guys here, it's just like a stone in my way. I can step on you guys and you guys can help me all the time. I can call you guys. I never thought that this opportunity would come up to me, and it is so huge to me. So I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see what we do moving forward. So my goals for the future, I mean, they really follow under my, my dad's goals. There's always three things he's always told me to do. He tells me, don't lie, be respectful, and be safe. I feel like if I follow those, through college, I mean, I can be, as good as I want to be or as bad as I want to be. I mean, I just always will follow in those. And, some other goals may look at, I want to I've always thought about, raising a healthy and successful family. I want to have kids when I'm older. I want to, get through college. I want to meet, like I said earlier, lots of new people, kind of see what my opportunities look like job-wise. I don't really know how that's looking right now, but, I know I'll find my way, and God will have my back, and, you guys will have my back as well. I would say to Gentex, I mean, this is such a blessing for me. I can't wait. I'm sure I'll be meeting some of these people at Gentex tomorrow. I can't wait to meet them. It's just a straight honor, like I said. I mean, this just can make me focus so much more on my education with having this financial stepping stone. My parents, they said, you know what, Wesley, you're going to be doing most of the paying. We're not going to really help you. You need to show us that, you can be financially independent. So I'm glad that I have this, because it really helps me that I can be financially independent. So it's just a blessing and an honor.
My name is Charles Hobson. I go by CJ. I'm attending the University of Michigan as an incoming sophomore. I plan on managing in sports management. As a kid, I've always loved sports, primarily watching basketball, football, always following it, talking to friends about it. Just family member. Sports is just big as a guy growing up. So I came to the realization probably about my junior year in high school when I got cut from the team, because I realized basketball, there's levels to it physically that, you gotta have it. You gotta have the height. I didn't have that, but, my dad, my grandfather, just having mentors that have been in the business scene, it was kind of like the perfect medium. I could work in sports, but also be a businessman, have a business mindset. So I always found that as really intriguing to me, and just still being able to connect with the athletes. I have friends that are playing college sports now. We have a good relationship. So it's just a good opportunity to go into that field. Yeah. Just the network of individuals that have gone and graduated from college that are able to give me their wisdom, their knowledge, their experiences, and how they manage things. A lot of them, well, obviously being veterans, they didn't start college right after high school. So they had a different experience, which can kind of just point me in a different direction or give me a different perspective than I would, hearing it from somebody that just went straight into high school, college after high school. So it just means a lot. My grandpa, you being a veteran, it's kind of, and you showing me your stories and hearing how you mentored a lot of people, it's kind of just really gives me a lot of pride, carrying that scholarship around, not just the scholarship, but just being able to have the connection to the veterans business table. So it just means a lot. This scholarship can give me the mentors and network that I need to be able to break through in the sports industry. I don't just want to be a regular sports agent. I want to eventually go on to own my own firm. Instead of just being an employee for a firm, I want to own my own firm and really make a difference. I want to expand. I want to also go on to law school, obtain a law degree, and, maybe pass a bar exam in some states just to, be able to represent athletes in small legal disputes. But this scholarship will just really help me catapult to where I need to be. And, University of Michigan being my dream school since I was a little boy. I would just like to thank Magna for not only believing in me, but believing in the future. College is a platform for youth individuals that have high goals and aspirations to achieve that. And unfortunately, not all the time financially, they can achieve that goal. But them being the ones, because people can say, oh yeah, I want to support, but them actually taking action and giving money to the future just really means a lot. It really shows that they care and they want to make a difference, and they believe in the future, and they believe in the goals and aspirations youth have. And that's just always special, So I'd just like to thank Magna for giving me the opportunity to receive the scholarship and attend my dream school. Because I had a different journey than sophomore at Michigan. I got deferred and then got waitlisted my first time applying. I had to go to University of Michigan Dearborn because I still wanted to be a University of Michigan student. I followed my father's path and did Dearborn for a year, still tried to get achieve my excellence, and was fortunate enough to put in the hard work and be able to transfer to Ann Arbor. There was a financial gap from University of Michigan Dearborn to Ann Arbor, so Magna giving me the scholarship just really means a lot, and I'm thankful for them to help me achieve my dream that I've had since I was a little boy.
My name is Elijah Robinson. I graduated cum laude from Cass Technical High School. I'm an incoming freshman at Albany State University, where I'll be majoring in accounting and with career goals to be a forensic accountant. In high school, I did varsity track and played golf, while also in the Midnight Golf program and the Southfield Esquires. Winning this scholarship really does mean a lot to me. My maternal grandfather, he was in the military, and like hearing like how he was a man of community service, a family man, and I say the most thing that stuck out to me was he had anger issues, and I had anger issues when my mom and my dad, they divorced in 3rd grade. And like my mom would tell me stories about how he would like calm himself down and how he had anger issues. And I didn't really have like my father like too much into my life. So hearing like how he was dealing with that, it like helped me. And I don't want to be perceived as like an angry black man. So he definitely shaped, like, even though I haven't like actually met him, like hearing like how he was as a person definitely helped me. And I feel like winning this scholarship is like an honor to him, even though I never met him. Some of my goals for the future is I want to be Mr. Freshman on campus at Albany State. I think this scholarship will definitely help me with that because I won't have to worry about certain things, and I'll be able to focus more on like my class and the people around me and how I can help the community at Albany while not have to worry about like books or like just different expenses. I want to say thank you definitely to Thelma K. Barnes Scholarship, especially being like one of the first. It's really nice knowing that somebody's watching and somebody's looking into you and seeing what you do. I want to carry on that legacy. I know that Thelma K. Barnes was a person of discipline, community service, just all around, just a great person. So I want to carry that legacy through this scholarship.
My name is Joshua Connor. I just graduated from Wall Lake Central. I'm going to Oakland Community College for cybersecurity. I'm planning to study cybersecurity. About me, I run track. I like to listen to music. I like to lift. I'm very hardworking. I know what I have to do and when I have to do it. I'm very, very persistent with stuff I do. I like to give my full effort whenever I do something. And yeah, very hardworking. Family oriented. I really want everything I do to be with my family, for my family, you know, have like my sister around me, because that's just who I like to see around. And this scholarship means a lot to me, especially because I have grandparents that were in, that did serve, my grandma and my granddad. They both were very like positive role models in my life, especially growing up and still now, even though my grandma passed. It was nice seeing them sacrifice things. Their hard work, it wasn't just for granted because they were in the military, and I respect them a lot because of that. I look at them different. I look at them on a higher pedestal than anybody else because they have put in the work. My goals for the future is to be a well-rounded man, very respectable, in a field with cybersecurity, something with that. And the scholarship is helping me with school, lightening the load just a lot actually, lightening the load. It's taking one burden off of my back that I already had from the other ones I did have, and it's just helped me. It means a lot. I appreciate MCL JASCO for making opportunities like this available because some people don't have stuff like this at all, and I'm very blessed, and I'm very thankful for this opportunity.